Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about the switch case statement. Okay. Now, switch case statement is similar to that of else if statement. You know that we use else if statement when we have multiple conditions to be checked. Correct? In the same way, we use switch case statement if we have multiple conditions to be checked. Okay. So let me take an example and explain you the syntax of switch case statement. Alright. Yes. So this is the program or the example which we will take to learn switch case statement. We will ask the user to enter a number between 1 and 7. And according to the number that the user enters, we will tell what day of the week it is. Meaning, if the user enters 3, we will say the day is Wednesday. If the user enters 5, we will say day is Friday, and so on. If the user enters any other value than 1 to 7, we will say invalid entry. Okay? So that is our program. Now, the syntax of switch case is this. If I explain it now, it will confuse you. So let me start writing the program and explain you the syntax. Okay. Now, this is the online compiler in which we will be writing the codes. This is the basic structure of C program. So here I will say int num. Okay, int num. And in the next line I'll say printf enter a number. Okay, enter a number. And here I will scan it and store it. Okay. Here I will scan it and store it. All right. Now let us check the progress. It says enter a number. I'll say 3 and it stores it in number. Now we will use our switch case statement. Switch and in the bracket it is a variable or an expression which we are checking. What are we checking? We are checking the number that the user has entered. So here is the num variable. Okay, switch number, and then comes our bracket. All right, bracket. Inside the bracket will be the case and values. So first case and if the entered number is 1. Okay, and then a colon. So here we will print what is it? 1 is Monday. Okay, 1 is Monday, and then we will break. Okay, we will break. Second is Tuesday. So I'll say Tuesday, and next I will use break. Now what is the use of break? I'll tell you later. Okay. So in the same way, case 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I've copied it 7 times. Now this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. I hope it is clear. Okay, not 27, 7. And now Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, Sunday. Now everything is correct, everything is right. We need one default value. Alright, default meaning what if the user enters any other value than 1 to 7. Okay, so default, and here we'll say printf and invalid entry. Okay, invalid entry, and break. Alright. So now let us run the program and see if we get an error. If we get an error, we will correct it. I'll run it and it says enter number. I'll enter 3 and you can see I get Wednesday as result. Okay. Now let me explain you how this works. So this is switch. What we are basically doing is switching the number from one value to one value. Okay. So switch comes first and then the number, the thing that we are checking. What are we checking? We are checking the value that the user has entered. So num. Case 1 meaning if the entered number is 1, okay, this must be something that the user enters. Okay, so this will not be 1 in all the switch case programs. What are we checking? Num. What are the expected values of num? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct? So those will be the values of case. Alright. What are we expecting in num? In num we are expecting all these values. So first, second or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those must be the values of case. So case 1 meaning what if the user enters 1 for number. Okay. What if the user enters 1? What should we do? So case 1 means what if the user enters 1? If the user enters 1, print Monday. That's all. Okay. Print Monday and then end it. End it there. Do not do anything. Skip the or complete the loop and go to next. Complete the loop meaning skip rest of the things and go to next line. That is what we are saying. Okay. So here let me have one more printf statement. Printf and let me say end. Okay. Printf and let me say end. So now let me run it and let me enter 1. Okay. Monday and the end. It says end. I will use \n here. Okay. Enter number 1 and Monday and end. Okay. See, switch num. Whatever the user enters. If the user enters 1, what to do? Print Monday and end the switch loop or switch statement. Meaning break it here. Meaning after the break, whatever is there, skip it. Skip it, skip it, skip it and then go out of the switch case statement and continue the program. So what is after the switch case statement? End. So end is printed. Okay. Now let me run once again. I will enter 3. So what happens is 1 is stored in num, correct? So it checks here. If the entered value is 1, print Monday. Is 1 entered? No. 3 is entered and so this entire thing is skipped. Next the control goes to this. It checks whether the entered number is 2. If it is 2, it will print this. But it is not 2 and so this is also skipped. Okay. Next it checks whether 3 is entered. Yes, 3 is entered. Okay, 3 is entered and so this is executed and the program ends here. Break means stop the program here. Do not carry on further. Meaning case 4, 5, 6, 7 and default are not executed and the control goes to the next line after switch case statement, which is end. Okay, which is end. Similarly, all the cases. Okay, if the entered number is 6, what to do? Printf Saturday. If the entered case is 7, what to do? Printf Sunday or print Sunday. For any values other than 1 to 7, print this. Print invalid entry. Now this is like else if. Sorry, this is like else in else if statement. Okay, we have else, correct? At the end we have else. So here we have default. and this is like else if, else if, else if, else if, and so on. Alright, so this is else. So let me run it and let me enter 12, and it says invalid entry, because from 1 to 7 if we enter, these are the outputs, but we have not entered 1 to 7, we have entered something else. So for all the other values which are not between 1 to 7, print invalid entry and break the program. Okay, so that is what we are saying using default. Default is similar to else. That is what you have to remember. Okay, now let me remove break, or let me have this, let me comment it out. Let me comment it out and yeah, show you what happens if we do not have break. Now I have commented it out, meaning this will not be executed. I hope you remember commenting. So let me run and let me enter 1. Let me enter 1, and you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is printed out, because this break is not there, this break is not there, this break is not there. Break is encountered only after Thursday. Okay, so after Thursday it stops. Switch case 1, meaning check whether entered value is 1. So entered value is 1, so this is printed, but it doesn't encounter break. I've commented it out, so this will also be printed, this will also be printed, this will also be printed. Okay, it doesn't have to check this again, once again. Okay, it just checks this and prints this and goes on printing this, without checking whether the entered number is this. Alright, and only when it encounters break it will stop. So it has encountered after Thursday, and so we have break here. Okay, so this is the syntax of switch case, which you can see is simpler than else if. Okay, now you can combine the cases. Now let me go to next example, which we will do using this itself. Monday to Friday are weekdays, correct? Monday to Friday are weekdays. Saturday and Sunday are weekend, correct? Weekend. So what I want to do now is, if the user enters 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, it has to say weekday. If the user enters 6 or 7, it has to say weekend. That is what I want to do. Alright. So now I can club the cases. So let me delete this. Okay, let me delete this to make it easy. So let me delete this. So case 1, case 2. Let me delete this, case 3. Let me delete this also, case 4. Let me delete this, which is case 5. Meaning, if the user enters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I want to print weekday. Okay, and then break it here. Case 6, let me delete this. Let me delete this also. Case 7. Okay, case 6 and case 7, I want to print weekend. Okay, weekend, and then break. So here default will be same, no change here. Let me remove this. This is not required. Okay, so let me run it. So it asks me to enter a number. I'll enter 2 and it says weekday. So if I enter 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, this will be the output. So I have clubbed 5 cases here for a single output. Okay, whereas if I enter 6 or 7, I will get weekend as result. So let me run once again and let me enter 4 and it says weekday. Let me run once again and let me enter 7 and it says weekend. Okay, so you can see, if I enter 6 or 7, I get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I get this. So in this way you can club the cases. Okay, you can club multiple cases, but remember that break is required, and default is also required. Alright. So this is the use of switch case statement. Alright. Switch case statement. It is similar to else if. Now if you prefer else if, you can go for that. There is nothing wrong in it. But if you find switch case easier, then you can go for this too. Alright. Yes. So that's it for this video. Go ahead and practice the things that we have learnt in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.